Hi everyone, this is David Ward, Friday, 12:54 a.m., March 1st, 2019, my date and time here in the US. Purpose of this publication is to show mainly new followers, new subscribers, people just new to TradingView, new to charting, how to set up their chart the way I set up mine, so that they can begin to try to teach themselves how to basically do technical analysis, at least the way I do it. All right, so let's assume that you've pulled up BTCUSD. I normally like to use BITSTAMP because it's a pretty good average among all exchanges as far as the price action. Good medium range for the amount of volume, things of that sort. So I like using BTCUSD for BITSTAMP. We can give an analysis for everybody as a whole. However, I do recommend that you pull up your exchange that you're trading on for Bitcoin, if you're trading Bitcoin, whatever. All right, so let's say I pulled up Bitcoin, creating a new chart. First thing you're going to notice down here at the bottom right is you're not on log scale, not yet, and it does have you set up for auto, where whenever you adjust, the screen automatically adjusts no matter how much you stretch or tighten everything up. I personally do not like auto. I like to shut it off, and I prefer log scale over normal scale. I like log scale because to me it's easier to identify the beginning and end of a trend. In my opinion, it's easier. Also, I like going to settings, go to background, and of course whenever you first go to settings on style, you see how you can change the colors of your candles. But I like going to background, and on crosshair it may normally be like a light gray color. I like making it black if your background is white. If your background is black, I like making it aqua. Alright, not only that, it's going to be kind of thin. Right here, you see how everything's kind of thin. You can make it as thick as can be. I don't like it that thick. I prefer just the next one up high. Alright, so now that we made our crosshair lines pretty easy to see, to identify from our settings, let's go and begin adding indicators. And I'm going to choose indicators. Now let's assume that you contacted me by one of two ways. You may have clicked like on one of my scripts, and if you did, I will likely invite you to be able to use that script. If I do not see that you liked it and I didn't invite you, just send me a message within the comments section of that script. If I still don't see it after a while, then send me a personal message. Eventually I'll get you on there. Alright, now let's say that you're on the invite list. You may have to refresh your browser in order to see the indicators in your invite only scripts. And how you would get to it, you go to indicators, click it, go to invite only scripts, and then you would see my Phoenix 1.118 and my Phoenix ARI. Alright, so let's say you see Phoenix 1.118, you go and choose that, and go and choose Phoenix ARI 1.07. That's the one that I have for you. And you're going to add, just enter into the search STOCH for short for stochastic RSI. Come over here to stochastic RSI and choose that. Alright, now that we have those three, let me first go ahead on my ARI, Phoenix ARI. I want to make all of these lines as thick as possible. Also, I want to make them as dark as possible. As dark as possible, thick as possible. As dark as possible, thick as possible. As dark as possible, and as thick as possible. Alright, I also want to make my 80% level red, warning, for sale. And let's also make it the third thickest. And green, buy, but I wanted this neon green. I like it kind of loud. And the third thickest. Alright, hit OK for that one. Alright, so that's what that looks like right now. Oh, also, once I did that, I'm going to click Save as Default. Alright, I've already set this one up where all the lines are as dark as possible and as thick as possible. And I've already saved as default, and I made the top, let's make it next to the thickest, and next to the thickest. Now let's save as default. Now here's what else I want you to do. You're going to see an arrow. By the way, if you don't see stochastic RSI, Phoenix ARI, Phoenix 1.118 there, then you've likely got them hidden. You would need to come up here to the very top left corner where you see Hide Legend of Indicators or Show Legend of Indicators. And I've clicked them back and forth just so you see that. Of course, you want to show them so that then you can see this little down arrow. Little down arrow. Little down arrow. Alright, but I'm going to click this little down arrow and move to. I want to move it to the existing pane above. And now I have them joined. Have them joined together. Now for my Phoenix ARI. Excuse me, for my Phoenix 1.118, which is very similar to God mode. Tried something with buy and sell here just to see if I could get buy and sell signals in there. Is a failed attempt at first. Maybe we'll be able to get it better later on, but I like turning those off just to get out some of the noise. Alright, now for my green plot with a white background, let's keep it the same color, but let's make it as thick as possible and as dark as possible. Next one. As dark as possible, as thick as possible. Next one. As dark as possible, as thick as possible. And for my energy ghost, the background is currently gray. Let's say you want it purple. And let's leave it the same thickness on it, that's fine. Pressure, your pressure dots, maybe you don't want them blue with the background. Maybe you want them red. And you want them a little larger so they're easier to see. And as far as the levels, the very top, let's make that red. And third thickest. The middle, let's make that black. And the third thickness for the 50% level. And for the 20% level where we may want to get ready to buy. Now I'm going to save as default so that every time I create a new chart, it's already going to be set up like that. I don't have to do this every single time. Alright, then hit OK. Now I have everything set the way I want it. And this is very similar to God mode, the way we have it set up right now. So if you don't have a pro account, you would still be able to use God mode, only my version of God mode. Without a pro account, just ask for the invite. Same thing for my Phoenix ARI. Stochastic RSI, you should have no problem using that, I don't think. I believe you have access to use that without a pro account. Now, if they limit you to only 2 indicators, you may have to go back and forth between Stochastic RSI and Phoenix ARI. I'm not sure. Somebody else may want to let me know. It's those with new accounts. Let me know if it limits you just to 2 indicators or if you can use all 3 together, just like what I have here. But I hope this was helpful for those of y'all with new accounts, or you've been here a while but you do not have a pro account. I'm showing you how you would be able to use the same indicators as what I use, so that hopefully eventually someday you don't have to depend on others to tell you what to do with your money. You'll be able to make your own decisions on what to do with your money. If you find this was helpful, please take a moment to click like. And if you're not following, feel free to do so. Appreciate your support. And I want to wish everyone happy trading and have a good day.